Okay, so today we're going to look at Tails OS. So Tails OS runs is a Linux distro that runs on a flash drive, more or less like in a live environment. So it doesn't save anything. It runs on the Tor network by default, and it encrypts everything on your flash drive. So everything is nicely encrypted. So yeah, if you take your flash drive with you, you can just stick it in any machine, desktop, laptop, whatever, wherever you go, and just run your own little OS with your programs on there and access the internet securely and anonymously. Pretty nice thing to have. And you can install it on an 8 gigs flash drive. Right, so this is the site, and if you want to prepare your flash drive and you're running Windows, you click on that one. If you're running Linux, you click on that one. So if you click on that, they'll explain everything here, but I mean it's pretty straightforward. So what you need to do is run, let's just go to Rufus. So I'm using Rufus, so I'm used to it. Just open Rufus. Right, close that, and then oh, I see. Let me just plug in my stick. Right, so just plug in an 8 gig or bigger flash drive. Right, and then choose your. So Tails OS is an image file, not an ISO file. So just load the image file. If I can find it now, Tails right in front of me. Select it. Right, and that's pretty much all you do. You don't have to set anything else, and you can just click start. So I've prepared mine already, and we're gonna run it in Proxmox. But so I'm gonna pass through my USB stick to Proxmox because I don't have a machine now that I can run it on. So it's the same thing. Just prepare your stick, put it in a laptop or PC, and boot it up. Boot it up with the flash drive. So you might have to go into the BIOS or press your boot screen selection. It's either F2, F12, delete button, or escape. Right, let's go to Proxmox. So to set it up in Proxmox, let's just quickly create a VM, because you have to create a VM. Call it Tails. I'm just gonna call it Tails because I have one already, and just say next. So obviously you don't use the CD or DVD drive for ISO image, and you're not gonna create a drive as well. Just gonna create a virtual machine. So select do not use any media, select Linux and this by default. Right, and then you can leave this by default. Make sure this BIOS is set to C BIOS, and I'm not sure, the KMO agent is not going to make any difference because it's a live environment. Right, so let's say next. And then this is the drive. You can just delete the drive there, nothing in there. Next, and then yeah, you can select the cores, how many cores and RAM you want, because it's going to obviously need that. Right, and then the network you want to use, I'm using pfSense on VMware1. I usually just unselect the firewall because I have a firewall already. That's all you do there. Next, finished. Let it create. Right, Tails. Right, and then you have to go to hardware and you have to add your USB flash drive. Just say add USB device, And then you have to use the vendor one. I've used map and I've used USB port, and it's not working. So it will pick it up in these ones, but it doesn't boot. So you have to use mapped, select minus Kingston data traveler. So you select that, say add, and yeah, that should be it. And then you go to options, because you want to set the boot order. Make sure it's picked up here. So select it and then just drag it to the top because it has to boot first. Say okay, and then just run it. So let's go to my other one. So it will run. I'm not gonna run this one. Tails, and then make sure it's the USB flash drive that you prepared on your Windows machine is now plugged into your Linux machine where you run Proxmox, or to the physical machine for obvious reasons. Right, gives you this, it boots up to the stick immediately. That's cool. Tails 16.14.1, enter. I think it's gonna take a while, so just slow the flash drive. Okay, it booted up, looking nice. So you can say start Tails, or you can change your settings a little bit here, but it won't be persistent though. So to make things persistent and actually save files to your flash drive, files and settings, you have to select that on, and then yeah, let's just start it. So it's going to create a folder where you can save stuff and your settings, and that will be encrypted with a password as well. So the whole thing is encrypted, your flash drive, and you're using the Tor network. So it might be a bit slow browsing the internet, but I mean, you're quite anonymous. So if this is too much security for you, you can actually do the same thing with just Linux Mint. I think most distros have a live environment, so when you just install the OS to the flash drive and boot it up, you can choose between the live environment or a full install. You can just use that live environment of Linux Mint as well. Right, it's a bit slow. Should have chosen more RAM actually. It is dead slow, it's dying. Or is it just booting up? Okay, connect to Tor automatically. So okay, you can choose that. Hi to my local network that I'm connecting to Tor. Okay, so it's kind of nice settings. I wonder if I minimize that, what is this? Everything you do disappears automatically when you shut down Tails, but you can save some of your files, configuration, encrypted persistent storage on your Tails USB stick. For example, documents, Wi-Fi passwords, bookmarks. Okay, so then you can actually read about it there. What will it open if you click there? So let's click continue. Passphrase. Use phrases that you will use to unlock the encryption of your persistent storage. So now this is just for the persistent storage. It's very secure though, I love it. So I haven't actually used Tails before, but I'm definitely gonna use it from now on. That's why I'm actually checking it out. Pretty cool. So activities, I want to go to applications and okay, is it the GNOME desktop environment? So I'm not a Linux expert. It looks like GNOME or something. Oh my god, it's so slow. Come on, let's go. Okay, applications. I should clearly give it more processing in the RAM. But obviously the stick is quite old as well. It's old Kingston. So it's not speedy, and the USB port is old too. Everything is old. So it will be slow. So just choose the fastest. Well, you can't really choose. If you go somewhere else, you will be bound to what USB port you put it into. Right, so where's the browser? Internet, obviously. So what does it give me? Well, obviously the Tor browser. Let's just open it. That's probably gonna kill it. So yeah, very nice, very nice. I've used the Linux Mint Live environment, and that's cool. I mean, that's pretty cool. If I can browse the internet without going on the Tor network, that will be great. I know that defeats the purpose, but just as a daily use for this, that'll be great. So your persistent storage is unlocked. Okay, cool. Persistent folder. So it created the folder, and you can now save stuff on there. Given that your stick is big enough to save a lot of stuff. Right, welcome screen, printers. So cool. Network connections, Tor bridge. Right, there's some applications here. So what is this? Oh, now you select what can be saved. Turn on the features of the persistent storage for the data that you want to save to your Tails USB stick. Okay, that's pretty cool. Why would you save the welcome screen? So like if you have printers, network connections. Right, this is the Tor browser. Why do I have two browsers open? That's not good. Let's close this one because it's dying. If I close the main one, I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay, yeah. So I haven't connected to Tor, but the browser might connect to Tor automatically. Okay, this is the folder. There's the Tor browser. So you can just save, you see it's here persistent, so you can just save stuff in here. That'll be extra encrypted behind a password. So let's kill that. Your proxy server, okay, yeah, I probably need, yeah, you need to be connected. So yes, let me just scroll down a bit more. What else can be saved? Bookmarks, that'll be good. Electrum Bitcoin wallet. Okay. Thunderbird email client. And then additional software. this could be, yeah, this could be like settings or something. Right, so that's cool. Let's that delete button. Will that delete the folder? Probably. Emergency delete button. So where do I go now to connect to Tor? I'm completely confused. So slow, I forget what I was doing. Tor connection. Unsafe browser. Okay, I could have probably clicked there. What is this? Open Tor connection assistant. It's probably what I'm opening now. You just open it. Yeah, connect Tor automatically. I What is this? You might need to go unnoticed if using Tor could look suspicious to someone who monitors your internet connection, as like at your business or at your workplace or your ISP. I wonder if it will hide stuff from your ISP. Tails will only connect to Tor after you configure Tor bridge. Oh yeah, the bridging. Yeah, some countries block Tor, so you have to use a bridge. Bridges are a secret Tor relay that hide that you are connected to Tor. Okay, so where I live, they don't give a shit what you do. We can download torrent files, go crazy. As long as they can take your money, connect it automatically. So connect. As long as they can take your money, they don't give a shit what you do on the internet. It's Africa, baby. So the FBI has to come all the way over here to bust my ass. No, I'm not doing anything illegal. Otherwise, I would have been using Tails a long time ago. Or Cubes or Winix. But Winix is a bit weird. It needs two VMs to run. It needs a workstation and a gateway. Start all browser. Now it started. Try again. And Cubes is just all over the place. I don't have an extra machine to install it on, and I couldn't install it on Proxmox with the nested virtualization and it being a what's it called, a number one hypervisor, not number one, a type 1 hypervisor. Let's go. My goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna taste this and then yeah, I'm pretty happy with Tails. It's so cool. Connect this. Okay. View Tor circuits. What the hell? Did it close my browser? Oh my goodness. It's running out of RAM or something. Places. Okay, this is your files. What is this now? Oh, this is how it actually runs. Tor network or what? Onion circuit. Very cool that I show that. Okay, come, let's go browser. Just one website, please. Just one website, obviously. Come on. Wow, 1 frame per second. If it was FPS. Let's go. Waiting for duck go. So I wonder if you can install Brave on here. I don't think you can install any applications. Yeah, it's working. It's working good. It's working like a charm. Is there a terminal? Accessories, graphic internet office sound system tools, root terminal. Okay, let's close the browser because that is working. Wow, this is so fucking painful. Authentios. Not. You need to authenticate. I did. That is my password. Is it not gonna take it now? What? Why does it say administrator? Why is it not taking my password? You need to authenticate. Ah, fuck off. Kill the browser. Kill this. So why? Not activities. Fuck. System tools. Now why would it not take my password? It is my only password. Well, I have to chat GPT that. Anyway, it seems pretty cool, and now you know how a Tails looks like. Good.